On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
March against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Brutality.
The quality or state of being cruel or savage.
Examples:
Military brutality. Brutality against civilians. The protesters were outraged by the police brutality they witnessed at the demonstration.
Rally.
A public meeting of a group of people intended to arouse enthusiasm.
Examples:
Rally in front of the embassy. The preliminary rally. There was a massive police presence at the anti-government rally.
Pro-life.
Describing beliefs, policies, or advocacy that support the protection and preservation of human life, particularly about issues such as abortion, euthanasia, and capital punishment, focusing on the value and rights of the unborn or vulnerable individuals.
Examples:
Pro-life legislation. Pro-life stance. The pro-life movement advocates for the protection of unborn children.
Pro-choice.
Advocating for the right of women to have control over their reproductive health and decisions, especially regarding abortion.
Examples:
Pro-choice movement. Pro-choice stance. Those who are pro-choice believe in providing women with access to safe and legal abortions.
Deport.
To force someone to leave a country, typically on the grounds of illegal status or for having committed a crime.
Examples:
Deport a refugee. Deport dissidents from the party. The government has decided to deport illegal immigrants back to their home countries.
Advocate.
A person who supports or suggests an idea, development, or way of doing something.
Examples:
An advocate of disarmament. Public education advocates. Advocates of abolishing the death penalty often argue that the alternative heaviest sentence should be life in prison.
Surveillance.
The act of carefully monitoring a person suspected of a crime or a place where a crime may be committed or expected.
Examples.
He is kept under surveillance. Surveillance cameras. The novel contains a criticism of the surveillance society.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples.
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences, able to feel or perceive others' feelings, susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples.
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples.
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Enforcement.
The act of ensuring that rules, regulations, or laws are obeyed or implemented. The act of applying force or pressure to compel compliance with rules or laws.
Examples.
Enforcement action. Enforcement officer. The enforcement of the new traffic laws led to a decrease in accidents.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples.
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples.
The problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples.
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Orientation.
A person's basic attitudes, beliefs, and preferences about particular things. A course introducing a new situation or environment.
Examples.
Sexual orientation. The school orientation. There will be an orientation lecture for new students this afternoon.
Mall.
A large, enclosed shopping center that typically contains many stores, restaurants, and other businesses.
Examples:
Largest electronic mall. Mall crawler. Many people go to the shopping mall to socialize and spend time with friends.
Racial.
Of or related to the race, equals classification of humans into groups based on physical traits or social relations.
Examples:
Racial prejudice. Racial and ethnic backgrounds. A minor racial conflict later led to a civil war.
Tolerance.
The willingness to accept or tolerate something, especially something that is different or unpleasant.
Examples:
Religious tolerance. Tolerance for risk. The school's diversity program aimed to promote tolerance and understanding among the students.
Controversial.
Causing a lot of hot public discussion and dispute.
Examples:
Controversial book. Controversial policy. The issue of the death penalty is highly controversial.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Legendary.
Famous or well-known, especially through long-standing popular stories or tradition.
Examples:
Legendary actor. Achieve a legendary status. The legendary stories of King Arthur have been passed down for centuries.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Communist.
Relating to or supporting the political ideology of communism, equals a form of socialism that abolishes private ownership.
Examples:
Communist Party. Communist activist. During the Cold War, many countries feared the spread of communist ideology.
Plot.
A secret plan or scheme to achieve a specific goal, the plan or main story of a literary work. Verb, to plan secretly, usually something illegal.
Examples:
Plot line. Plot a surprise attack. The plot of the novel centers around a group of friends who uncover a conspiracy to control the world's water supply.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Destabilize.
To cause something to become less stable or secure.
Examples:
Destabilize the market. Destabilize a good relationship. The political crisis destabilized the country and caused widespread turmoil.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Tactics.
The methods or strategies used to achieve a specific goal or outcome, particularly in the context of military, business, or sports.
Examples:
Blitz tactics. Political tactics. The marketing team developed new tactics to boost sales.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Discredit.
To harm the reputation or credibility of someone or something. To make something appear untrue or unreliable.
Examples:
Discredit a theory. Discredit a witness. The company's unethical practices have discredited its brand image in the eyes of consumers.
Undermine.
To make someone or something less powerful, less effective, weaker gradually, to make someone's fame, competence, or authority less effective or weaker gradually.
Examples:
Undermine a good relationship. Undermine their adversary's reputation. They tried to undermine her position by slandering her.
Handwritten.
Written with a pen or pencil rather than typed.
Examples:
Handwritten character. Handwritten signature. The letter was written in handwritten script and had a personal touch.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples:
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, The draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Archives.
A collection of historical documents or records providing information about a place, institution, or group of people.
Examples:
Historical archives, digital archives. The archives at the library contain a wealth of information about the city's history.
Clergyman.
A man who is a member of the clergy equals religious leader, especially a minister or priest in the Christian church.
Examples:
Unfrocked clergyman, clergyman's duty. The Catholic clergyman led the congregation in prayer.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples:
Get money by fraud, victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Filthy.
Dirty or unclean, often to an extreme or offensive degree, morally offensive or obscene.
Examples:
Filthy streets. Filthy language. The hotel room was filthy with dirty sheets and stained carpets.
Abnormal.
Not typical, usual, or regular, especially in a way that is bad.
Examples:
Abnormal heart rhythms. Abnormal cells. An abnormal climate in the region caused a sharp decline in grain harvest.
Fraudulent.
Involving deception or dishonesty, intended to deceive or defraud, false or misleading.
Examples:
Fraudulent activity. Fraudulent alteration of data. The company was involved in a fraudulent scheme to scam customers out of money.
Megalomania.
A psychological condition characterized by extreme delusions of power, wealth, or influence, an exaggerated sense of self-importance or belief in one's abilities to control or dominate others.
Examples:
Political megalomania. Megalomania disorder. The dictator's megalomania fueled his desire to conquer and expand his empire.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus, Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate, Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. Alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Spy.
A person who is employed or trained to observe or gather information in secret, often for military or political purposes. A person who secretly or illegally gathers information about a private individual or organization.
Examples:
Spy cameras. Digital spy tools. The government recruited a spy to gather information on a suspected terrorist cell.
Civic.
Of or relating to a town, city, or the people who live in it.
Examples:
Civic activity. Civic center. The city promotes civic collaboration in community development.
Devote.
To commit or dedicate oneself or one's time, effort, or energy to a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Devote all of my energies. Devote my own life. He devoted himself to studying the history of ancient civilizations.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Rival.
A person, company, or thing competing with others for the same thing or in the same area.
Examples:
Rival bidder. Merge with a rival company. He interfered with his rivals in various ways during the campaign.
Committee.
A group of people appointed or elected to perform a specific function or manage a particular task, often within a larger organization.
Examples:
Committee meeting. Committee member. The ad hoc committee met to discuss the proposal.
Headquarter.
The central office or location from which a business or organization is managed.
Examples:
Administrative headquarter. An emergency headquarter. The company decided to move its headquarters to New York City.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
Administer justice. Administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Burglar.
A person who unlawfully enters a building or other property to steal or commit another crime.
Examples:
Ex-convict burglar. Caught the burglar. The skilled burglar bypassed the alarm system and entered the house without making a sound.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Squelch.
To make a sucking sound like that made by walking heavily through mud, to suppress or silence something completely, to crush or quash something, especially through force or authority.
Examples:
Squelch a rumor. Squelch a rebellion. She had to squelch her anger before she spoke to her boss about the issue.
Challenger.
A person or thing that challenges or competes with someone or something else, a contestant in a competition or challenge.
Examples:
Challenger brand. Political challenger. The challenger in the boxing match put up a good fight.
Occasion.
A time or event that is suitable or appropriate for something to happen or be done, a particular event or circumstance that requires or allows for something to be done.
Examples:
A glad occasion. As occasion demands. She wore her best dress for the special occasion.
Reform.
The act of improving or correcting something wrong or bad. Verb, to make a change in something to correct a flaw or improve it.
Examples:
Economic reform. Reform movement. The government is proposing a reform to the healthcare system to make it more accessible and affordable for all citizens.
Primary.
First or highest in rank, order, or importance, most fundamental or essential, pertaining to the initial or introductory stage of something, such as a school year or election cycle.
Examples:
Primary school, primary education. The primary cause of the accident was due to the icy road conditions.
Interpose.
To intervene, insert, or come between two parties or things. To interrupt or interject during a conversation or discussion.
Examples:
Interpose an objection. Interpose a question. He interposed himself between the arguing couple, hoping to diffuse the tension.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Investigator.
A person whose job is to conduct an investigation or inquiry into something, often to gather information or evidence.
Examples:
Private investigator. Clinical investigator. The forensic investigator collected DNA samples from the crime scene to identify the perpetrator.
Legitimate.
Accordant with or allowed by law, lawful.
Examples:
A legitimate child. Legitimate question. Public political demonstrations are considered legitimate rights for citizens.
Discriminate.
To treat a person or particular group of people worse or better than another, especially in an unfair way, to recognize or perceive the difference between people or things.
Examples:
Discriminate against women employees. Discriminate between different things. You should not discriminate against minorities.
Wiretap.
To secretly listen to a people's conversation or get their information by connecting a listening device to their phone line.
Examples:
Receiver to wiretap transmission data. Wiretap private communications. It later appeared that the police had wiretapped the suspect's conversations.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Addiction.
The inability to stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
Alcohol addiction. Addiction to foreign oil. He is now fighting his addiction to drugs.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Charity.
An organization that helps people in need, especially by providing food, shelter, or money, a kindly and sympathetic attitude toward people.
Examples:
Charity work. Ask charity. She volunteers at a local charity every weekend to help those in need.
Donate.
To give money, food, clothes, etc. to help a person or organization.
Examples:
Donate to charity. Donate blood to the Red Cross. Our company donates to the school endowment fund every year.
Candidate.
A person who is seeking or being considered for some kind of position, title, honor, or award, a job applicant.
Examples:
Candidate selection. PhD candidate. The candidate's platform focused on healthcare reform and reducing income inequality.
Dragnet.
A careful and complete search taken by the police that is intended to catch criminals. A net that is pulled through a river or across the ground to catch fish or animal.
Examples:
Dragnet fishing. Dragnet for the criminal. He was caught in a police dragnet and arrested.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples.
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Facial.
Of or relating to a person's face.
Examples.
Facial nerve. Facial expressions. Facial profiling is a new form of airport security.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples.
Recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples.
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Troublemaker.
A person who intentionally causes difficulties or problems for others, often by disruptive or provocative behavior. A person who tends to create or attract trouble or controversy.
Examples.
Troublemaker kid. Accused troublemaker. The teacher had to reprimand the troublemaker in class constantly.
Database.
A large amount of data stored in a computer system in such a way that it can be searched and updated easily.
Examples.
Database administrator. Employee database. Each country's officials can access the central database.
Bureau.
An office or agency that specializes in a particular type of work, often related to collecting or compiling data or information.
Examples.
Bureau of Statistics. Travel Bureau. I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to renew my driver's license.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples.
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Tobacco.
A plant grown for its leaves, which are dried and processed for smoking or chewing or extraction of nicotine.
Examples.
Tobacco industry. A mild tobacco. Tobacco product is a leading cause of preventable deaths worldwide.
Concoct.
To make something, especially food, by mixing or adding different things. To invent a story or plan, especially for a dishonest purpose.
Examples.
Concoct a conspiracy. Concoct herbal medicines. They concocted a plot to discredit the local politician.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something, a legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal. Software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Depart.
To go away or leave, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
Arrive and depart on time. Depart from the faith. We departed before the temperature fell below 0.
Automatic.
Able to work or operate with little or no direct human control, independent of external control.
Examples:
Automatic operation. The automatic shrinking of the pupils. In passenger aircraft, it is common to use an automatic pilot during cruising.
Detection.
The act of discovering or identifying the presence of something.
Examples:
Detection by the security software. Importance of early detection. This smartphone has a collision detection function.
Buddy.
A close friend, a partner, especially one of a pair or team.
Examples:
My golf buddy. Buddy movie. He was the first buddy in the military training camp.
Upload.
To transfer digital data or files from a local computer or device to a remote server or network. The act of transferring such data or files.
Examples:
Upload files. Upload documents to the portal. I need to upload these pictures to my computer to edit them.
Requirement.
Something that is needed or wanted.
Examples:
Meet requirement. School requirement. What is the entry requirement for this course?
Expense.
The money, time, or effort incurred or required for something.
Examples:
Enormous expenses. Expense account. For this project to be successful, we must control expenses strictly.
Crib.
A small, enclosed bed for a baby, typically on rockers.
Examples:
Crib bed, baby crib. She put the baby in the portable crib for a nap.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application, work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use, widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts, massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Ramification.
The act or process of branching out or dividing into branches.
Examples:
Ramifications of the scenario. Political ramification. The court's decision had many unforeseen ramifications.
Punishment.
A penalty or consequence inflicted for wrongdoing or offense, a means of enforcing discipline or preventing further wrongdoing.
Examples:
Punishment for a crime. Humiliating punishment. The judge gave severe punishment to the criminal who committed the heinous crime.
Fusion.
The process of combining two or more things to form a single entity.
Examples:
Heat fusion. Fusion cuisine. Nuclear fusion is a process in which atomic nuclei combine to form heavier nuclei.
Joint.
Shared, held, or made between two or more people. Noun, the point of connection between two bones or elements of a skeleton.
Examples:
A joint venture. The bone of a joint. After the summit meeting, the prime ministers issued a joint statement.
Ferret.
A small, carnivorous mammal with a long slender body and a pointed snout, often used for hunting rats or other small animals. Verb, to search persistently and relentlessly for something, often in a secretive or concealed manner, as if hunting with a ferret.
Examples:
Ferret food. Ferret out the truth. I love to watch my pet ferret play with its toys.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
Domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Third party.
A person or organization that is not directly involved in a particular situation or transaction, but has some interest in or influence over it. A neutral or impartial mediator who can help resolve disputes or differences between two parties.
Examples:
Third-party liability. Third-party endorsement. We hired a third-party firm to audit our financial records independently.
Tread.
To step or walk on something.
Examples:
Tread water. Tread a similar path. He treads carefully on the slippery ice.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Quake.
To shake or vibrate violently and for a short time.
Examples:
Quake in his boots. Quake with cold. The earth began to quake, and he knew he had to leave the building immediately.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Recruit.
To persuade someone to work for a company, to find new members for an organization, the armed forces, etc.
Examples:
Recruit a good worker. Recruit a new hire. The colonial government recruited militia support when civil war broke out.
Internal.
Of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
Internal organs. The internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Revenue.
The income that a government receives from taxes or that a company earns from its business.
Examples:
Tax revenue. Annual revenue. This graph indicates the city's tourism revenue over 5 years.
Disproportionately.
In a way that is not reasonably or appropriately balanced, equal, or distributed, in a manner that is unequal or excessive about something else.
Examples:
disproportionately affected, disproportionately high. The rich can often disproportionately benefit from tax breaks and other advantages.
Audit.
An official inspection of the accounting procedures and records of business by a trained accountant or CPA that is independent of the subject, a methodical inspection or review of a specific condition or situation.
Examples:
audit the books, audit accounts. Our company will be audited by an accountant next week. Patriot. A person who loves their nation and would fight for it if required.
Examples:
blind patriot, zealous patriot. He is more of a hypocrite than a patriot, to be honest. Patrol. The act of guarding an area or conducting surveillance of an area to maintain order, perform security functions, or prevent crime, a group of officers or soldiers that conducts such an operation. Examples: patrol car, border patrol. The highway patrol officer pulled over the speeding vehicle on the freeway. Password. A secret word or phrase that must be used to gain admission to a place or service. Examples: password recovery, password reset. I forgot my sign-in password and couldn't log into my account. Impersonate. To pretend to be someone else, often with the intent to deceive or defraud, to imitate the mannerisms or speech of another person as a form of tribute or satire. Examples: impersonate a government official, impersonate a character. The comedian is famous for his ability to impersonate famous politicians. Libertarian. A person who believes that people should be free to think and behave as they want and the government should only have a minimal level of control, and a person who advocates those beliefs. Examples: libertarian group, civil libertarian. Western liberal democracy serves as the foundation for the libertarian philosophy of the media. Spouse. A person's husband, wife, or partner in marriage. Examples: spouse tax deduction, spouse visa. The spouse of the politician was a constant presence at campaign events. Repurpose. To use something again for a different purpose than it was originally intended. Examples: repurpose an old building, repurpose a used car. The old barn was repurposed into a modern event space. Retaliate. To respond to an action or attack with a similar action, especially one that is intended to harm or punish the other person.
Examples:
Retaliate for the blow. Retaliate in a like fashion. After the other team scored, we retaliated by playing even harder and scoring 2 quick goals.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Tyranny.
A form of government in which a single ruler has absolute power, often exercised cruelly and oppressively, the arbitrary or oppressive exercise of power or control over others.
Examples:
Brutal tyranny. Tyranny of the majority. The country was ruled by a tyranny that oppressed its citizens.
Encrypt.
To convert information or data into a code, thereby making it unreadable without a key or password. To conceal or obscure information in a way that makes it inaccessible to unauthorized persons.
Examples:
Encrypt data. Encrypt message. To protect their sensitive information, many businesses encrypt their files.
Inexpensive.
Costing little, having a low price.
Examples:
Inexpensive option. An inexpensive inn. The restaurant offered delicious food at an inexpensive price.
Opportunistic.
Making use of a current situation to get power or advantage, especially regardless of planning or principle.
Examples:
Opportunistic fungus. Opportunistic behavior. Many of the party's members joined for simply opportunistic reasons.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Valid.
Having a reasonable basis in logic or fact, still legally or officially acceptable.
Examples:
A valid contract. A ticket valid for 2 days. Your credit card is no longer valid.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Funnel.
A tube or pipe that is wide at the top, sloping sides, narrow at the bottom, used for pouring liquids or powders into a small opening, a smokestack on a ship or steam engine.
Examples:
separatory funnel, a funnel-shaped device. We have to use a funnel to pour petrol into the tank.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
probable outcome, probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
in a committed relationship. Strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Suspicion.
The act of doubting something, especially something wrong.
Examples:
suspicion of fraud. Cast suspicion. There was an almost certain suspicion that the company was involved in illegal activities.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Expire.
To come to the end of the period of validity of a document, authorization, agreement, etc.
Examples:
expires next month. It will expire. I forgot to renew my driver's license, and it expired.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
an international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Inertia.
The quality or state of being inactive, sluggish, or slow to move or act.
Examples:
inertia resistance. Newton's law of inertia. The object's inertia kept it moving in a straight line until acted upon by an outside force.
Representative.
Someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples:
an official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Implement.
To put a decision, plan, or system into effect.
Examples:
implement a corporate strategy. Implement security measures. The government promised to implement a new system to control the financial crisis.
Redirect.
To change the direction or course of something, to send in a different direction.
Examples:
Redirect traffic. Redirect attention. The government decided to redirect funding towards education and healthcare.
Misuse.
The act of using something in an unsuitable way or for the wrong purpose.
Examples:
The misuse of company money. Protect the database from misuse. Drug misuse is associated with mental health disorders.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Transparency.
The condition or quality of being easy to see through.
Examples:
Lack of transparency. Transparency during the trials. The main discussion topic is government transparency.